This guy has kind of achieved jump to the front of the line status. And there are not very many people I can say that about on the program. This guy is one of those guys. Now, Broham, don't let that go to your head. Don't feel pressure over that. You just got to ride with it. We go to Houston. You know, on some level, well, on every level, I can't wait for this thing to be over and for life to return to normal. I know it's not going to happen anytime soon, but I think I speak for everybody when I say I can't wait for it to happen. But there's going to be a couple of things that I miss. And one of the things that I miss once we do return to normal is this guy calling from home. Unless he's left his home. Let's find out. Jerome in Houston. What's up, brother?
Hey, Van Smack. Thanks for the vine. Thanks to Mr. Hawk and the crew. Hey, got 2 takes pretty quick. I'll try to make. Hey, losers, clones that let your car sit in your driveway for 3 weeks without driving it. Come on. You're not going to have a car in a year if you don't get that thing out once a week. You've got possible bow shaft from your crankshaft to your camshaft to your drive shaft. All that's going to bow if you don't turn it and spin it around. All your gears are going to be dried up. Get it out on the road. At least get it to shift through all the gears one time. It doesn't have to be long around the block or whatever. But get your cars out there. They're not going to be around in a month. They're made to drive. And I see it all over the place. Dust gathering and boll weevils and stuff gathered on these vehicles. So anyway, second take. Great opening on Christian McCaffrey. I think he is dynamic. He is different. He's not just a running back. And just real quick, I was a huge fan of his dad, old Easy Ed McCaffrey, who helped lead the Broncos to a couple Super Bowls. So happy for that. Happy for Christian. He deserves any penny. I'm out.
My man, rack him yet again. You know, I didn't give it much thought because I've been driving my car every single day because my work is deemed essential. I've been coming to work every single day. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking to myself, Alvin, you might want to spin that back. In the back of my mind, I was thinking to myself, what happens if you don't drive your car and you leave it in the driveway and you don't get it out and you don't turn it over and you don't crank it up? What happens to all the various cranks within that car? I wondered about that, and now I don't. Now I know exactly what happens. But don't take it from me. Or my friends at O'Reilly Auto Parts, they could tell you, by the way, the professionals at O'Reilly Auto Parts will tell you exactly what happens. Take it from them, and then once you take it from them, take it from the other pro, Jerome.
You're not going to have a car in a year if you don't get that thing out once a week. You've got possible bow shaft from your crankshaft to your camshaft to your drive shaft. All that's going to bow if you don't turn it and spin it around. All your gears are going to be dried up. Get it out on the road. At least get it to shift through all the gears one time. It doesn't have to be long around the block or whatever. But get your cars out there. They're not going to be around in a month. They're made to drive. And I see it all over the place.
Wait. Cars are made to drive? Since when? Did he just say run it through all the gears? All you have to do is drive it around the block, but make sure you run through all the gears, even fifth gear. I don't know, like, how fast are you going in fifth gear? 90? What kind of block do you live on, Jerome? Can you go 90 in the neighborhood? My man's great. Like, I don't even care what he's talking about. I just need to hear him. He could talk football. He could talk about Easy Ed McCaffrey. Easy Ed's next of kin. The need to get the car out of the driveway. Otherwise, it's going to end up on blocks and stay there. I don't care. I really don't even care what that guy's talking about. Right to the front of the line. Jerome. It's going to be a sad day when we all go back to work. I mean, all of us, including Jerome. It's going to be a great day because then the country will be back to normal, or at least a new normal. But that new normal is not going to include what is this normal, and this normal is Jerome calling all the time about who knows what. I love it. In fact, I would take another call from that guy in hour number 3. I've never done that before. I've never encouraged somebody who called the program to call back the next hour. That's how good he is.
bow shaft from your crankshaft to
Crank. That's so true, right? If you don't drive that car, I could have told you that. Then you're dealing with the bow shaft into the crankshaft.
bow
D-Rod.
shaft from your crankshaft to
Right? I hate that, man. I had a recall on one of my cars once because the bow shaft was all jacked up. And you know why that is? I wasn't driving it enough.
bow shaft.
I took one of those deep dives in the summer, one of my 2-week vacations. Didn't get the car out. Didn't have somebody drive the car for me. Bow shaft got all jacked up.
Bow shaft.
Where were you when I needed you, Jerome? Stucknut's in. Stucknut tweets, Jerome is channeling his inner Gomer Pyle with full-service gas station attendant advice.
Bow shaft from your crankshaft
You know what, Nut? That's one of your better efforts. I happen to think a hell of a lot more about him than that.
to your camshaft to your drive shaft. All that's going to bow if you don't turn it and spin it around.
All of that is going to bow if you don't turn it and spin it around. Keep that in mind.
Ears are going to be dried up.
All right, I said it. I said this is the rare guy that I would take a second call from in the same show. Now we're going to find out once and for all whether or not he's got that kind of game. He's got enough game that I would actually give him the opportunity. Does he have enough game to pull it off? Let's find out. I did say I don't even care what this guy talks about. I want to hear it. Back to H-Town. Back to the man, Jerome. He was on last hour. And I'm not doing this because I have nothing to talk about. I'm doing it because this guy's got that kind of potential. Jerome, brother, welcome back. How you been?
Oh, Vince Mac, thanks again. I tell you, I am absolutely honored and feel very special in the jungle to be asked to call back. I don't really have a serious take on anything. I just wanted to know, with all this baking and drinking, those two thoughts I had earlier is probably all I could hold on to today. But anyway, love your show. And even when we go back out of this thing, if we ever do, I'll still be around. And you know what? I would not like just one golden ticket if I can have them all. I would like all the golden tickets. I'm out, Rome.
Broham, let's not get greedy. No, I cannot give you all the golden tickets. But damn if I won't give you one.
'Cause I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden...
There is our first golden ticket of the virus era. For whatever that's worth. Jerome, welcome to the party, pal. We have not yet announced when the smack off is going to be, but you will be invited. There is the golden ticket. That guy's so good, he won it without saying a thing. He's like, hey, Van Smack, what with all the bacon and drinking going on this morning, I don't think I can come up with anything other than what I told you last hour. Good enough for me, Jerome. When we come back, Antoine Winfield Jr. I don't feel badly about that at all. He lived up to it. Hey, Jerome, if you want to call back a third time, I may have time on the back end of this interview. No, just kidding. Don't. Not unless you want to lose that golden ticket.